Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon to all my students. Kaifa halukum? Okay, I hope that you are in a good condition and stay focused on your study. Okay, today I will continue our discussion for the subject purification in Islam. Okay, chapter number 6, the needs of purification based on Maslahah. The application of istihalah concept in services and goods. So get ready with your pen and books to write down the important notes. In this discussion. Okay. Okay. This is the content that I will present to you, and we can discuss after this, inshallah. Definitions of istihala. Okay, so in this topic, we learn about istihala. Istihala is the term uh, yang wujud yang ada di dalam hukum Islam. So dia sangat is very related to our course halal and apa to our subject insyaallah. Okay, so introduction. Nowadays, fake contemporary is one tool that needed in dealing with many issues arise accurately. Therefore, istihala has been introduced as one method of integration between Islamic knowledge and science. So that's why you must know, you must learn, and you must understand very well about istihala, because in every single issue in halal, we can relate it with the istihala. Okay, istihala is the one of the method of fiqh contemporary. Okay, definition. Istihala literally means transformation and conversion of substances to do other material. It is one of alternative method of determinations on halal and haram. That's why I ask you. That's why I mentioned before that istihala is very important and it is very related to our course halal, because it is determination on halal and haram, alternative method. But in terms of fiqh law, istihala has been described as changes in a substance or transformation of one material to another material. Definition istihala from the fiqh scholar. Okay, we go to the fiqh scholar Al-Zuhaili, defines istihala as an exchange of the origin material into other condition or state, either the origin is pure or najas. Okay, and then Muhammad Jamaluddin, Muhammad Aizat, and one Muhammad Razi in their uh, article journal uh, give more detailed explanation by saying that the transformation covered the physical, chemical, and biological properties, including names. To simplify, istihala is a conversion process experienced by a substance with or without adding any foreign matter, which result a formation of a new substance that change overall appearance chemical, physically, chemically, and biologically. So, Okay, the definition from the researcher, uh, uh, apa, we can call it detail. Okay, from the fixed scholar, definition is orang kata apa secara umum, and then we can go to the detail for the definition of istihalah based on the isu-isu yang wujud dalam berkaitan dengan halal. Okay. So tapi describe perincian daripada pengkaji masa kini that's mean pengkaji kita tidak menyalahi kepada definisi yang telah disampaikan oleh fiqh scholar Az-Zuhaili. Dia sama, cuma dengan kita dia lebih perincian dia secara mendalam. Then the application of istihalah as the best method. Okay, istihalah is the best method to change any haram substance to become permissible and halal for Muslim. Okay, so example of the application: alcohol and gelatin. So gelatin, food product, drug and pharmaceutical. Okay, and then ada detergent and cleaning agent. So this is the gambaran awal, first impression, gambaran awal for the istihalah. Okay, because nanti we can discuss, you can learn about istihalah secara mendalam. So yeah, istihalah adalah the best method to change any haram to become halal. But sometimes it cannot be changed. Okay, it is, we call it haram, and dia bercampur lah dengan apa pun, it can haram also. Okay, but kita akan tengok ke bawah-bawah nanti. Alright. Okay. Dalil and evidence from Quran and Hadith on istihalah. So tak lengkap lah our discussion without we know the dalil, okay, from Quran and Hadith. Sebab macam kita tahu setiap benda itu mesti ada hujah, mesti ada dalil, dan dalil is come from Quran and Hadith. Okay, this is dalil from the Quran. We can relate istihalah from Suratul Nahlu. Kalau kamu nak rujuk dalam Al-Quran nanti pada ayat ke-66 yang dia bermula dengan wa innalakum fil an'ami la'ibarah. Okay, saya translatekan dia. Dan sesungguhnya pada binatang-binatang ternakan itu kamu beroleh pelajaran yang mendatangkan i'tibar. Kami beri minum kepada kamu daripada apa yang terbit dari dalam perutnya, yang lahir dari atas hampas makanan dengan darah, iaitu susu yang bersih, yang mudah diminum, lagi sedap rasanya bagi orang-orang yang meminumnya. Okey. Dalil yang kedua adalah datangnya daripada surah Al-Baqarah ayat ke-29. Yang kalau kamu rujuk kamu boleh lihat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Huwallazi khalaqa lakum ma fil ardi jami'a. Okey, ayat dia bermula macam itulah. Dan terjemahannya, dialah Allah yang menjadikan untuk kamu segala yang ada di bumi, kemudian ia menuju dengan kehendaknya ke arah bahan-bahan langit, lalu dijadikan tujuh langit dengan sempurna, dan ia maha mengetahui akan tiap-tiap sesuatu. Okey. Ini adalah second evidence come from the Al-Quran. Okay, this is the evidence come from the hadith, based on the hadith of Muslim related to tanning, which means if the animal skin is tanned, it's become pure. It is clean. This hadith explains that all animal skins need to undergo tanning process, which is to make the skin become pure or clean for human benefit, except pig, dog, and their descendants. Okay? Okay, this is the second evidence come from hadith narrated from uh, tak ada sebut, okay, hadis from baginda Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The best of condiments or condiments is vinegar. The scholars agree that wine which change into vinegar takhallalat by itself it permissible for Muslim to consume. Cuka. Saya tutup kamera dulu sebab saya tak nampak nak baca tulisan. Okay, this is a view from Muslim scholar about istihalah process. Okay, number one, istihalah is often an issue that can cause different opinions among scholars. Most of the scholars, in terms of conceptual concept, agree on the on the istihalah process. However, they only disagree on the implementation and application of istihalah on certain situations. There are a large number of scholars who is trying to expand its application while some are trying to narrow it to certain aspects. So, ini adalah perkara biasa berkaitan dengan pemberian hukum atau pandangan. Setiap orang ada pandangan based on dia punya kepakaran dan keilmuan. So, we must appreciate selagi mana ia tidak bercanggah daripada dalil from Al-Quran and Al-Hadis, kita boleh terima ia. Yang mana yang lebih dekat dengan uruf kita, yang mana yang lebih sesuai dengan keadaan dan situasi kita. Okey? Dan yang paling penting, yang mana yang kuat disepakati oleh ulama. Okey. Okay, the first view, as agreed by Hanafi, Maliki, Ibn al-Arabi, Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn Qayyim, Ibn Shawkani, they apply the concept of istihalah method within a natural and synthetic transformation. For example, the fermentation of wine to vinegar is still considered halal, whether it undergoes natural or synthetic process. Okay. Okay, we go to the second view. It's come from Ash-Shafi'i. Ash-Shafi'i says, Ash-Shafi'i accepts three scenarios where istihalah is concerned. Number one is the natural conversion of wine to vinegar, dye animal skin except dog and pig after it is being tanned, something that transforms into an animal for when a carcass is infested by maggots, thus becoming new life. Okay. The wine is transformed into vinegar artificially, which is by adding fermenting agents into it for speedy transformation is considered unacceptable. Okay. Number two, based on the opinion above, something that change the shape is considered to be unclean because it originates from a defective sources unless the three exceptions state. For example, animal feces burned into ashes is still considered to be unclean because their origin is unclean. This is the types of istihalah. Istihalah divided on two, which number one is istihalah sahihah and number two is istihalah fasidah. Okay, we go to the istihalah number one, istihalah sahihah. What is istihalah sahihah? It is a change of the end product that accepted by majority of the scholars. It involves a change of one material to other material by natural agent or non-natural agent with the end of the product is considered as halal. Ini memberi maksud bahawasanya ia istihalah sahihah ini apabila berlakunya perubahan kepada material utama dengan memasuki dengan percampuran daripada bahan-bahan yang lain yang mana akhirnya keputusannya adalah halal, maka ia disebut sebagai istihalah sahihah. Okey. So untuk lebih memahami, to be understand what is istihalah sahihah, we see this model number 1, the example. Okay, the example of the istihalah sahihah. So we go to the what we call it diagram. Okay, ini adalah formula untuk isti'alah sahihah. Raw material is halal. Mixing process, berlakunya percampuran, conversion agent, dia halal juga. Maka akhirnya finishing product adalah halal. Maka inilah dinamakan sebagai isti'alah sahihah. Diagram above shows that the change of the raw material, which is halal, then mixed with a conversion agent that is also halal, that causes the process of transformation of the finished product. Finally, the result is halal. For example, the making of fish balls and prawns, the use of recombinant transglutaminate enzymes mixed with dough. Yang ini raw material which is halal. These enzymes act as a censorship agent to produce a better product. The final ingredient produced is quality halal fish balls and prawns. So halal is, and the final result is halal. That is istihalah sahih. Okay, we go to number 2, model number 2. Raw material is haram. Mixing process, conversion agent, ini halal, dan finish the product is halal. Okay, untuk pengetahuan, ini semua untuk kaedah isti'alah sahihah yang bermula dengan haram ini tak banyak perkara ya. Dia ada certain sahaja. But we must to know the principle of the istihalah. So when you becoming a executive halal or maybe nanti duduk dalam majlis fatwa halal ke, kan? You can remember what I teach you. Gitu. Okay. So diagram above show that the raw material is itself haram. Then react with a conversion agent that is halal. Then the process of transformation happen and producing halal finished product as a final ingredient. For example, pigs falling into the sea. In this case, khinzir flesh as an all processed ingredient, sold as a halal conversion agent, has its origins unlived in salt water. In the structure and the molecule of the meats become grain of cell. In this case, the final result of the salt is halal. Furthermore, this process also can be seen in the allegations of al-jalalah animal. The fish that which are fed by the pig's intestine, which is haram, can be transformed into halal after passing the process of quantifying certain periods. Okay. Untuk case number 2 ni, if you remember that ada satu kali tu berlakunya ikan apa nama dia? ikan ikan keli tu diberi makan apa perut usus babi. Jadi so uh, raw material raw material raw material dia adalah ikan. Yang kita tahu ikan keli ni adalah halal dimakan. And then dia berlaku percampuran conversion agents, that's mean perut ikan perut babi tersebut, maka ikan makan. So final macam mana para ulama menentukan kehalalan ikan tersebut? Maka ketika itu bila berlaku je percampuran begitu, maksudnya ikan makan perut usus babi, ikan itu mestilah uh, di di uh, apa dia ayat dia, ikan tu dia akan diasingkan selama seminggu. Dia diberi makan makanan semula selama seminggu, maka selepas seminggu dia boleh dimakan. So itulah antara kaedah-kaedah dalam istihalah sahih. Okay, kita tengok istihalah sahihah model number 3. Okay, saya dah tercakap model number 3 is raw material halal and mixing process conversion agent haram, and the final result is halal. For example, okay, istihalah sahihah model number 3. For example, the issue of fruit trees that are contaminated with pig. This process involves the mixing of halal raw materials with haram conversion agent. Okay, the pig filth that acts as a deteriorates agent produce halal fruits even better and quality. In this case, the pig's filth only serve as an external agent who add to fertilize the soil to produce more fertile fruits. Okey, itulah yang dinamakan sebagai istihalah sahihah halal haram halal. Okay, now we go to the second type of istihalah. It is istihalah fasidah. Okay, what is istihalah fasidah? It is a change of the end product that is corrupted or not accepted by majority of the scholars. This process involves the transformation of a halal substance to a new unlawful substance through halal or illegal conversion agent. After experiencing the process, the result of final ingredient is haram. However, in certain cases, it is likely can turn back as halal. Okay, so istiadah fasidah ini yang mana akhirnya final result uh, final result is haram, but in certain cases it can be turned back as halal. We go to the example of istihalah fasidah. Okay, model number 1. From this diagram, we can see that raw material is in halal status, and then mixing berlakunya percampuran with conversion agent, that's halal, but the final result is haram. Why? Okay, we go to the example. In the process of brewing grapes into wines, the halal raw material respond with a halal conversion agent but turn into wine. In this case, this finished product is haram. However, it can turn out to be halal again through the second curing process, resulting in the new and halal final material, which is vinegar. Okay, so raw material grapes. Grape is halal. Anggur adalah halal. And then dia mix something something yang mana dia berstatus halal. Benda yang dia mix tu halal. Tapi result dia membawa kepada jadinya arak. Okey. Jadi kepada arak. Okey. So kalau contoh saya bagilah. Contoh saya bagi. Okey, kurma kurma. Ini kaedah pembuatan arak pada zaman apa ni, sebelum pada zaman Nabi dululah kan, sebelum diharamkan. Kaedah pembuatan dia macam mana? Raw material dia is kurma itu sendiri, and then dia mix dengan air. Okay, dia mix dengan air lah, dan dia buat rendaman air tersebut, rendaman air kurma tersebut. Rendaman air kurma tersebut melebihi daripada 3 hari. Okay, melebihi 3 hari, yang mana akhirnya result dia memabukkan. So, maka jadilah ia sebagai haram. Walaupun kurma itu memang kita tahu ia adalah sesuatu yang sangat baik, kan? Ada banyak hadis Nabi yang menceritakan tentang kelebihan buah kurma. Tetapi apabila ia dicampurkan dengan air dan diperam dengan lama, maka itu adalah kaedah pembuatan arak pada zaman Nabi SAW. So, akhirnya ia menjadi haram. Tetapi, perkara tersebut boleh menjadi cuka, kembali kepada cuka pada satu tempoh yang lain. Maksudnya, melebihi beberapa tempoh, arak tersebut dia bertukar menjadi cuka. So, jadi bila jadi cuka, dia kembali balik jadi perkara yang halal. Model number 2 for istihalah fasidah. So when you can see from this diagram, raw material halal, mixing conversion agent haram, and the final result is haram. For example, occur in production of cake mix or pipe with wine, which is haram conversion agent for the purpose of beautifying and improving the external structure and its contents, despite the facts that the wines vapor and cause the cake to undergo a better change, it is still illegal to eat. So, dia bagi contoh di sini adalah kek lah. Sebenarnya pada dulu, sebelum berlakunya perkembangan teknologi, pembuatan kek ini adalah sangat sedap apabila diletakkan wine, diletakkan arak. Okey, dan sebab itulah kita kena pastikan makanan yang kita makan itu adalah benar-benar halal. Kerana terutama kek lah, kerana semua benda lah. Maksudnya kalau yang suka kek, jangan cepat sangat nak membeli. Kalau viral je terus beli, viral je kan terus nak join juga. So you must see the certificate of halal. Sebab kita tak ada kita kat sini paling mudah kaedah kita, alhamdulillah kita bersyukur di Malaysia ni, kaedah paling mudah untuk kita mengetahui kehalalan sesuatu produk itu adalah dengan adanya sertifikat halal. Kalau tak ada kita bimbanglah. Kita bimbang dia menjurus kepada tidak halal. Melainkan dia dibuat oleh usaha-usaha makanan kecil kan, yang kita kenal dia insya-Allah dia tak guna perkara-perkara yang haram, maka okeylah. Sebab nak dapatkan sijil halal tu pun is take a lot of time, and dia perlukan so many requirement. Tapi itulah sebenarnya perkara yang paling mudah lah untuk kita nak tahu sesuatu itu halal kan, terutama. Okey. Okay, method of istihalah based on purification in Islam to food, drink and clothes. So kita masuk kepada perbincangan yang lebih detail. Tadi kita dari sudut fundamental, dari sudut teori. So we go to the apa orang kata mendalam lagi lah, berkaitan dengan istihalah based on purification and food to purification in Islam to food, drink and clothes. So this is the istihalah process that you must know, you must understand, and you must remember. Okay, this process. Okay, dia senang je. Raw material, conversion agent, and then finished product. Okay, so Bila kita tengok conversion agentnya is come from natural transformation or synthetic transformation. Okay, dia akan datang dengan dua keadaan, natural and eh, natural and synthetic transformation. Okay. The process of istihalah consists of three main elements: raw material, conversion agent, and finished products. Okay, mixing process, the process involving the interactions between raw materials and conversion agents, naturally or synthetically. Finishing product, the product that undergoes the conversion process, which differed physically and chemically from the original material. Okay, now we learn about raw material. I think you all know very well about this raw material, but I want to apa, discuss with you all about raw material. Okay, raw material is can come from the animal sources and plant sources. And other sources, human parts, natural minerals, microorganisms, and chemicals. Okay, for animal sources of meat, fat, food repair agent, hormone addition, enzyme. Almost the majority of animal content are beneficial for different purpose. Okay, so every apa? Eh, eh. Okay, for example, small intestinal wall as a cladding to various sausage. Okay, fat used to make lard and tallow, making soap and candles. And then gelatin. Okay, for plant sources, cereal, wheat, oats, barley, vegetable, fruits, leaves, roots, mushrooms, and more. Plants that is a law according to Sharia law that bring benefit to human body and non-hazardous to health. Okay, we go to the conversion agent. Conversion agent, as I mentioned before, we have two conversion agent. Number one is natural and number two is synthetic. Okay, natural agent, temperature, weather, condition, surrounding. Example, hot weather cause fruit to be fractured. Does not involve human intervention. Okay. Then synthetic agent, enzymes, changing agent, microbes, chemicals, and more. Involves chemical reaction of enzymes, activation of microbes. Involves human intervention. Okay, finished product. Product after going through the agents and the process of change from the original material, the condition of the final product can be categorized by two changes. Number one has an equality in terms of physical appearance but different physical state. Nutrient has the same content but different physical state. Okay, mixing and conversion process. Example of process: heating, fermentation, distillation, decomposition, reduction, or addition of GMO thinning. So everyone, kita selalu contoh susu lembu. Okay, susu lembu adalah cecair. So kita dapat yang ada susu tepung tu, ia telah mengalami proses pembuatan lah. Okey, yang mana proses pembuatan ini adalah terkait langsung dengan istihalah. Maknanya ketika proses daripada cecair jadi kepada serbuk itu, kena dipastikan bahawasanya conversion agent itu berada dalam keadaan yang dibenarkanlah supaya hasilnya kita boleh makan kerana bersifat halal. Okay. kita dah belajar heating, fermentation ni semua kita dah belajar pada bab yang awal-awal dululah. Okay, kalau kamu ingat lah, kan? Okay, kemudian examples of product, pigs and its derivative, alcohol and hammer, leather good, wallet, belt and shoes. Pigs and its derivative. Used in various ways, externally or internally. Pork-based products are the easiest and cheapest product available in the market. There is a pros and cons view among the scholars in the material used from pigs and its derivative. But majority of Islamic scholars have banned its result even after undergoing process. Each chemical change can be analyzed to see the existence and quantity of bean material. So for your information, yes, in our market, um, okay, I think you know this information. Sebenarnya memang apa ni, daging apa-apa yang datang daripada babi ni dia murah di pasaran. Kerana ialah satu, kerana ia adalah menjadi suatu yang haram bagi umat Islam untuk makan. Kedua, babi ni antara haiwan yang dia cepat membiak. Cepat membiak. So banyaklah kan, dalam keadaan kita orang Islam yang majoriti tak boleh makan, tak boleh pegang, tak boleh ni dia, maka dia banyak. So jadi berhati-hati kerana orang kata penjual ni dia memang menggunakan raw material come from the pigs because it's very cheapest lah. Cheapest and easy. Okay. So, ni this one. Application of istihalah fasida on pork-based product, collagen from pork as sausage casing. Okay, dough in making sausage making, collagen from pork intestine, better structure sausage. Saya teringat ketika saya kecil dulu, ayah saya memang tak bagi kita orang makan, memang tak bagi kami makan sausage lah. Ketika tu Ramly tak ada lagi. Okay, so produk-produk sausage di pasaran waktu itu belum ada yang di halal lah, dia ada disebut sebagai halal. Okay, tapi ialah mengetahui bahawasanya ramai orang makan kan, jadi ayah saya pun dia kebetulan dia ada Alsatian ke Turki. Lepas tu dia jumpa kat sana dan dia belilah dengan diiktiraf halal semua. Waktu tu kat Malaysia tak ada lagi sausage yang benar-benar halal. Okey, apabila Ramli tu sampai, barulah adanya sausage yang halal. But until now, saya dan kamilah satu family sangat berhati-hatilah dengan sausage lah. Okay, dengan sausage. Kerana kita khawatir mana-mana sausage yang kita makan itu tidak ada halal. Sebab yang kami boleh terima dan kami boleh makan adalah daripada Ramli sahaja. So kalau kami pergi hotel mana-mana ke, kami tak ambil lah sausage ni. Kerana pada kami yang dapat didikan daripada family, berhati-hatilah dengan, sebab kita mengetahui bahawasanya sausage yang murah tu banyaknya menggunakan babi lah, sebab murah kan dia punya tu. Okay, gelatin from pork in sweets jelly. So this is satu lagi lah perkara yang memang daripada kecil my parents always teach us yang jelly-jelly di pasaran tu mesti berhati-hatilah untuk beli, untuk makan, kerana ia terdedah kepada penggunaan pork kan, jika dia tidak ada halal lah kan. So rennet used as food additive in cheese. Cheese pun sama, tapi dengan perkembangan teknologi sekarang semakin ramailah yang membuat cheese tanpa menggunakan pork. But we still beware lah, hati-hati lah. This is the diagram proses istihalah fasidah yang menggunakan use the raw material yang menggunakan uh, apa ni, sesuatu yang datang daripada pork, daripada babi. Okay, so preparation of those of sausage halal. Kemudian mixing process pork collagen is haram, and conversion berlakunya conversion process, and the final product is a quality sausage product, haram. Okay, alcohol and khamar. Alcohol and khamar. Alcohol and khamar. Not all alcohol is khamar. Why? Every khamar definitely contains alcohol. The use uh, the usage of alcohol is not limited to food and beverage products only, but also pharmaceutical, cosmetic, and more. Two intoxicating compounds, ethanol and methanol. Ethanol mainly used in beverage, beer 6%, whiskey 35%, wine 10 until 20%. In food product, food seasoning on cake and seafood meals. Yes, okay. Application of istihalah fasidah on cake that is finishing or mixed with wine. Cake that is finished with wine. Cake that is mixed with wine. Those of cake, wine, a beautiful and glossy cake. Those of cake, wine, a more quality cake. Okay. So this is the diagram, process about istihalah fasidah, process cake mix or finishing with wine. Preparation of dough of cake iaitu halal, kemudian berlakunya percampuran mixing process dengan wine is haram, and conversion process a softer and glossy cake. So the hukum, it is haram. Okay, leather goods. Istihala involving exterior changes. Example, leather or permissible eaten meat of die animals is converted to become pure through tanning process. Tanning process of leather goods. Okay, you can see from this picture how to process leather goods. Okay, coring, rewetting, dehiring, refreshing, okay, pre-tanning, vegetable tanning, drying, grading, and sorting. Vegetable tanning of full grain leather. So inilah beg-duit handbag, kasut, mana apa-apa yang membawa kepada leather lah. This is the so thank you very much. So if you have any questions, uh, uh, kita boleh bincang dalam kelas tutorial or next week. So, kamu simpanlah soalan tersebut dan kita tanya, atau boleh tanya dalam Telegram, and slowly I akan jawablah, insyaAllah. So, I hope that you all well understand about istihalah, sebab actually everything uh, when the food, beverage or leather um, mengalami berhadapan dengan processing it can involve istihalah. Dia mesti akan ada istihalah apabila sesuatu produk itu mengalami proses. Proses dia mesti ada involving istihalah. So jadi di sinilah kepentingan untuk kita mengetahui apakah kaedah tersebut, what types of this processing. Istihalah fasidah or istihalah sahihah. Okay, so ia sangat penting untuk kita ketahui, untuk kita fahami, dan kita akan aplikasi dia dalam seluruh kehidupan kita selepas ini. Bukan sahaja sebagai eksekutif halal or someone is important in halal medium, in halal course, but when you want to do, want to eat, want to choose food, beverage and other, you must know this istihalah supaya kita dipelihara daripada memakai apa-apa sahaja yang tidak yang membawa kepada uh, kemurkaan Allah lah. Maksudnya yang Allah tak bagi kan, yang haram kita dapat hindari diri kita. So it's from me, itu saja. So if you have any question, you can ask me in our group, our group Telegram. Slowly I can answer your questions. And then for class tutorial, bolehlah di kumpulan yang seterusnya akan bentangkan. So, saya ada satu task yang mudah pada kamu. Okey, saya harap kamu dapat laksanakan. Kamu cuba cari satu artikel. It's okay in BM or in English, okay, in Malay or in English. Article journal about apa-apa sahaja yang berkaitan dengan no pork. No pork. Okay, perbincangan tentang no pork. Maksudnya contoh, no pork in the premise. Kan orang tak ada sertifikat halal tapi dia tulis no pork. So apa-apa sahaja artikel journal yang berkaitan dengan no pork. So nanti sebab bila kita baca tu, kita boleh tengok kat mana kita boleh relatekan istihalah kita. So dapatkan satu jurnal dan baca. Dan kemudiannya nanti saya nak tanyalah. Tapi saya tak tanya banyak. Cuma saya nak tanya apa yang kamu faham berdasarkan artikel tersebut sahaja. So enjoy your day. Semua yang saya bagi ni, task ni adalah secara bagi saya bagi task pada kamu secara enjoy supaya kamu mula melihat perbincangan-perbincangan berkaitan dengan halal ini dari sudut kajian-kajian yang telah dilakukan. Okay, sebab kamu lepas ni bila keluar daripada ITM ni, kamu dah graduate, you must know everything, not only what you learn from the subjek kan. Maksudnya bukan sahaja yang kamu belajar secara teori dalam subjek yang kita belajar. So kamu kena tahu perkembangan-perkembangan semasa. So how to know? Inilah masa dia. Saya cuba nak bantu student-student saya untuk kita mengetahui isu-isu semasa berkaitan dengan halal ini menerusi kajian-kajian. Itulah yang hari tu saya suruh kamu buat, cari pandangan ulama berkaitan dengan vaksin. Kenapa? Kerana isu semasa. So, bila kamu baca, kamu cari, kamu akan baca. Bila kamu baca dan kamu akan tulis type dalam Word dan secara automatically semuanya akan masuk dalam otak kamu. Dan so bila orang bercerita tentang vaksin, you can give your opinion based on pandangan ulama. Begitu. So jadi kalau dalam sudut no pork, kita ada isu berkaitan dengan premis yang menggunakan no pork other than use the certificate of halal. We know that to get a certificate of halal is the requirement is very high dan tempoh masa dia pun lama. So jadi untuk cara menarik orang